Hello everyone, and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, Orzhov Ketramose. Now with the standard meta kind of cooling down and everyone's trying to discover new decks to play post-ban, I wanted to revisit this deck that I really like when it first got released in Aether Drift, but immediately got swept out by all the red aggro decks. That's Orzhov Ketramose. This card is insanely good because it's a 3 mana 4/4 menace lifelink indestructible creature. So on that surface alone, it's already insanely good. But it does have a downside, where Ketramose cannot attack or block unless there's 7 more cards in exile. This isn't just our cards, any cards in exile. So what that would mean is we want to exile a bunch of cards with our, with the rest of our deck, right? We want to make sure that all of our cards are exiling so that we can, our Ketramose can attack or block with a 4/4 lifelinker. That's very good. And it's indestructible, so it doesn't really die. Since it's a 4/4, it also doesn't die that easily to nowhere to run, right? You have to use 2 nowhere to run just to kill 1. But he actually has an even better side. That's the last ability. Whenever a card is put into exile from graveyard or the battlefield during our turn, we draw a card and lose 1 life. This is the reason why mono red aggro, or those mouse aggro, is so good against this deck, because when we're trying to set up, we're gonna lose a lot of life when drawing cards. Normally that's a good idea, but when red's burning down your face, you obviously don't want to lose too much life to sustain that sort of early game card advantage. Now, we're able to do so without just having to stick in like 4 temporary lockdowns and 4 rights ends just to survive the early game, or pray that we survive the early game. And now that means this deck can have a slew of other cards to kind of fight other control decks or mid-range decks. Things like Deadly Cover-Up will be very good, Kaya will be very good, Seasoned Assist will be very good, and we can even slot in Ugin. Ugin's +2 is, or not the +2, the default, the passive is that when we cast it, we exile something, and whenever we cast a color spell, we also exile something. Color spells that we have in this deck: Mazemind Tome and Ghost Vacuum. So that is, how the whole combo synergy is supposed to work. The rest is all about just putting in cards in this deck that says exile target non-land permanent, or target whatever creature or enchantment card. So we can do that with a lot of these cards, right? Right's End already exiles creatures, DN exiles creatures or planeswalkers, Legion to Ashes exile non-land permanents, and Anoint with Affliction exiles a creature that's mana value 3 or less, and Rest in Peace just exiles everything from the graveyard. So that's the whole idea. We can also get to the chapter 4, or 4th page counter, I should say, on the Mazemind Tome, and it exiles itself. Ghost Vacuum exiles a card from the graveyard. There's a lot of exile going on in this deck, and that's exactly what we're here for. So let's talk about the whole deck list, because it's a little bit tricky to play. Turn 1, obviously, if we have Ghost Vacuum or Duress, we can dump that down right away, but there's not much turn 1 to play in this deck, so a lot of times we can turn 1 drop a tap land. Turn 2, we normally want to drop one of the 4 Mazemind Tomes, depending on what our opponent's doing. If our opponent is playing a mountain or a forest, probably Mazemind Tome is better just to get our card advantage going. But if our opponent's playing a swamp, an island, or a plains, plains less so. Plains is a little bit tricky. We'll have to try to figure out what they're trying to play. But if they're playing a swamp or an island, that means their deck has disruption, which means that we have to have our own disruption, which Soul Search will be pretty good. This is another Duress type spell, but this is anything, right? Any non-land card, and they exile it. So they don't even get a reanimation trigger. If they're playing like a zombified deck, we can take their reanimation target and just exile it. They don't get it back. We also have 3, Anoint with Affliction, which if our opponent is very aggressive, let's say that they drop a Land War Elf turn 1, or if they drop, I don't know what red deck does now, maybe they have a Swiss Sphere. If they drop any of those, we could Anoint it just so that we can survive longer. So Anoint is in the deck instead of go for the throw. Now, and we do have 1 Rest in Peace, but chances are, don't play this on turn 2, right? If you draw this on turn 2 and your opponent's playing a reanimation deck, just do it. It's fine. You'll win right there. Or if they're playing Omniscience, same thing. But more often than not, you're not going to draw Rest in Peace on turn 2. And if you do draw it, you don't want to play it. Turn 3 is where we play our Ketramose. Obviously, you can throw Ketramose out there. As long as our opponent's not playing white, you should feel pretty safe because Ketramose is indestructible. If our opponent's playing mono black, on the other hand, you do have to be a little bit careful because he is a creature. And if your opponent just plays, Sheoldred's Edict or the whatever Betrayal is as, Strategic Betrayal that makes you sacrifice a creature, you will still lose Ketramose. So Don't play into white or black mana. White can exile and black can make you sacrifice. Otherwise, just throw out Ketramose if you have nothing else to do. We also have one Liliana, which is pretty good at disruption and making sure our opponent deals with Liliana instead of the rest of our deck. We have 4 Legion to Ashes, which is very good on defensive. If our opponent has anything on board, we can blow it up with Legion to Ashes, just so that we can survive longer for our combo to trigger. And we have 1 Temporary Lockdown in case our opponent goes wide, or if they're playing the Artifact deck, the Simulacrum deck, Temporary Lockdown will be a very useful card to lock down the whole board. Then we have 2 Beza on turn 4 just to gain life, draw cards, the normal Beza goodness. And then we have 1 The End in case they're playing a Jace deck with The End or Jace. We have Right End, which is also a 2 mana removal that can double it back as a 5 mana on a pinch. We have 3 Deadly Cover-Up that can wipe their whole board if they get too wide. And then go to turn 6, we have Cease and Desist. We have the Desist side of Cease and Desist. Desist, or Cease is also a turn 2 play. If our opponent is playing reanimation spells, we can catch them off guard by exiling the reanimation target. And then later on in late game, we have 1 Kaya and 1 Ugin just so that we have, end game, whatever we want to exile targets. Then when it comes to the land base, we're going to run 25 lands, pretty controlly deck. 2 playing, 3 swamps, 4 Bleachbone Verge, and 4 Shadowy Backstreets to make sure we can trigger the Verge. We have 4 Cave of Koilos, 3 Concealed Courtyards, not a fast deck, so you don't need 4 fast lands. And we have 3 Restless Fortress, which is pretty good as a man land. If we have nothing else to do, we can attack with it. And finally, we have 2 Demo Fields to pop our opposing Mirexes and Fountain Ports, because those values will get out of control fast. That's the whole idea of the deck. Now let's go into the games. Alright, our opponent is Spolooge. Ew, that's gross. I mean, I guess he's a collector of the Spolooge. And we are going first. Look at his hand. I mean, we have 2 War Wipes, so maybe. Also, a Shadowy Backstreet might be able to get us into a card. It didn't, but it might. Can always try, right? Land where else? Let the commencement begin, you late. What deck are you running here? Traveling Chokes. I don't want him to play the Traveling Chokes. But he'll probably just play the Hydra, though. I think I might die to the Hydra, so... guess we get rid of that. Here comes the Traveling Chokes. No! He's gonna ramp it up with Zaz Chocobo. Alright. He didn't want to play his thing, so I'll take it. Take it from him. Bristly Bill. About to get scary up in here. It's about to get scary up here. Does it get trample? It doesn't, right? This is about to be one of those games where I don't hit the land. Oh, okay. That's less scary for me now. Yeah, he gets +1 stun counters and all, but I got chump blockers. For a little bit. For a little bit. Bleachbone Verge. Bezos. We get a treasure and some fish. What does this do? Plus one's got. Then if there's 3 or more counters, sacrifice it and get. Okay, here's Tifa. I got a chump. Another Beza. Well, our opponent's not going to like what we're going to do next. There goes our whole board. Didn't want to play anything. I guess this is just a 4/4 draw card. That's not too bad. We draw. Oh man, we are so flooded. Oh my god. Traveling Choke. And then an escape tunnel. do we get rid of the traveling chokes? I have a blocker. Unless you want to crack their escape tunnel, I guess. You can get lands from this, but that's about it. Traveling Chocobo is gonna give him free card draws, right? So maybe I get rid of that. What am I mostly afraid of? More Chocobo? Or am I more afraid of the Bristly Bills? I'll let them unload. Maybe they'll unload something. We looked at 14 or 16 cards, right? Oh no, I feel like I put a card away. Was it just the Cave of Koilos that I put away? So look at 16 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We get 6 non-land cards. Ooh, Mazemind Tome. Alright, if he's giving me time, I'm gonna use it. Still gotta be careful. I mean, I don't have a blocker yet. There's Tifa. There's probably like hexproof indestructible cards going on in there. Ketramose. Anything else? No, not really. Resto Piso. I mean, if I just deadly cover up right now, will that actually get me anywhere? He protects his Tifa. Then he's gonna hit me for a lot. Maybe I want to Ketramose first. I don't draw a card either way, right? I need 7, right? So right now it's gonna be 2, so I need to exile 5 more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's leave one of these back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's gonna be 7. I feel like it's 7. What do I have as exile? Oh, 2 of these are exiled. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Probably got a protection spell right now. But if he uses his protection spell, it does slow him down a bit. No! Did not want to use his protection spell. If that's the case, I think I take out Bristly Bill. Tifa is the one that grows the fastest. Bristly Bill, he does have mana for that though. Does he have that many land draw for it? Let's take out Bill. He's got a Snakeskin Veil. Okay, no Indestructible. There's more Hydras. This deck is very straightforward. There's no more cards for me to really hit. I draw another card. Let's put out the cave, right? I don't want to run the Demo Field out. No need to run the Demo Field out, because you can see it with the escape tunnel. I'll draw a card. That treasure is coming into play. Thanks, Jeff Bezos. The Prime Day might have been a bust, but this is where it's at. I think we Demo Field and Resto Piso. No, we Resto first. Resto first, that way we draw cards. And then when we demo field, we draw another card. I mean, it's not like he plays with his graveyard anyways. Attack for 4, we'll gain the 4. This trigger once a turn. It doesn't even trigger once a turn, but it only triggers on my turn. Draw a card. Kill his creature, or his land, and I draw another card. I also give him a landfall trigger when he doesn't need it. Dude, how many lands do I have in his deck? Holy hell. I looked at 27 cards. I think I got all the lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Sure, why not? Almost all the lands, right? There, that's all the lands. It's all of them. Every single one of them. Not even gonna attack with the fortress here. I guess I don't need to. I'll put another fortress. Put another Mazemind Tome. He's at 4, I'm at 19. Not sure what he can do here. Yeah, they try to cheese a win. When they can't do it, their deck doesn't do much. Fable Passage is nice when you got landfall triggers. When you don't, it's just another land. GG. Goodbye. Alright, our opponent is Advent Adwake. The mighty Advent Adwake. Opponent goes first. We got double Soul Searches. And then the Eye of Ugin. Swamp Fake. Yes, I'm gonna need that. Does not want his swamp. Son of a bitch. Put Arden into the graveyard. Alright, look at your hand. Zombify, Novify. I'm gonna have to keep taking one from that. I mean, yes, I'm gonna have to keep taking one from that. It's just the way it is. I don't think he's gonna sack his Faithful. Arden doesn't do much right now by itself, right? Ah, he did it anyway. Exile this. This costs what? Look at the top 3. Yeah, you know what? It costs too much. Exile those from the graveyard. I don't think I want to soul search this. There's nothing much going on in his hand. Maybe he'll turn the Soulstone Sanctuary live. This is a non-land permanent, so I actually can't hit it. Liliana, I could hit that.
Those who get in my way tend to regret it.
There's another Faithful. Huh.
I'm tired of your secrets.
I don't think I'm gonna soul search him. I don't think he's gonna hold a reanimator card in his hand at this point. But am I going to get to Ugin? Is the question, right? Look at the end of Algoloth. Look at the end Liliana. How many Liliana will he run in his deck? And Liliana is kind of the more worrisome card.
That's my cue to leave.
Yeah, it is the more worrisome card. He's got demons, got Overlord demons, bunch of more demons. Is that the only faith? Oh no, he does have two more faithful. Yep. Then I can Ketramose into Legion. I'm not going to use the Mazemind Tome for like 2 turns. But I already have a play anyway, so I don't think it matters. Just thinking about using a Soulstone Sanctuary. He didn't do it. Okay, so this also stops him from reanimating. That's cool. So first, we'll Ketramose. Then we'll take out your Valgabots, Faithful. I guess he could Bitter Triumph it in response, so I don't draw the card. He loses Bitter Triumph. I don't think he wants to do that. Okay. It recycled itself. I still don't want to waste my Mazemind Tome. That's 7 mana. He could definitely use the Resentful Revelation right now. At sorcery speed. One of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. Cool. Lets me know whether or not I hold up a... I don't have to hold up anything. Do I want to Mazemind Tome? I don't. Temporary Lockdown. That's probably a useless card. But that's okay, because their deck dies to Season Assist anyways. GG. So many graveyard decks, man. Alright, our opponent is Dude Enriquez. Hello, dude. You're the Mind Sculptor. How's it going? Okay, I don't have any card draw, so these lands are gonna have to go. Wasteful Verge, Landware Elf. About to get scary up in here. What are you playing? Oh, what do you know? Another one of those decks. Let's take that out. Yeah. This land's gonna have to come in and tap it anyways. Play another Landware Elf, please. Summon Fenrir. Less fun. He gets a land. Fenrir's gonna kill itself, so I don't have to worry about Fenrir too much. In the meantime, don't want him to have mana. He's trying to Odin me. Fenrir is a very good card though. It ramps, it attacks, and then draws another card. It's a very scary card. And there's probably some graveyard shenanigans since there's a Draker's Insight in this deck. I'm guessing Yuna, because there's white. There's the Draker's Insight. And there's the Yuna. Lands for days. He's gonna Yuna back. Paladin? No, the Odin? No, he's probably just play the Odin here. Plays the Yuna. Unbelievable. Okay, brings back Fenrir. Pretty good for him. Draws a card. Ramps himself and then draws a card afterwards. obviously Yuna. Okay, there's 2 Primal Odins. Jesus. Bunch of Yuna. There's Virtues. How many Primal Odins does he have? Enough to be scary, I guess. I did hit 4, right? Sometimes I feel like I missed one. Here's the Odin. I mean... I guess we're just gonna do this for days. No, I don't want to die from the Odin. How about another one? What part of Note didn't you understand? He's got 4 Odins, I got 4 Legion of the Ashes. Let's see who's doing what. Alright, there's Fenrir. Do I even care about this? He does draw a card. But I don't really have anything else to anoint in their deck. Liliana also won't hit anything because of the 2 Bitter Triumphs. Hey, a Ghost Vacuum. Start sucking up his creatures. Here, gain a life. Ketramose. Indestructible. What do you know? That's the reason why I kept cards in your graveyard. I would like to draw a card. Oh, GG. Yeah, gotta hate on the graveyard so much these days. Alright, our opponent is Kexo. Opponent goes first. I mean, I don't have that much removal. I got a Legion of the Ashes. Mold Tender. Too bad I didn't get to go first, so I guess it's game over. Plays roots here. I'm kind of out. I gotta kill their roots. I mean, I have Legion of Ashes, right? I can kill their roots if I need to. Brings back a land. Gotta kill the roots. That's all there is. Without roots, this deck doesn't do anything. Might? That's okay. Do you have roots? You do have roots. None of that. Should have played roots on turn 2. Playing this game wrong, man. Alright. You can crack your Haywire Might. But if you do it, like, you lose the damage. Okay. Ooh, a Ketramose. What am I doing next turn? I could just slam the Ketramose. He's not doing too much damage to me. And this is still a creature, right? I just can't attack or block. So what does this do? Destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment. Or destroy target creature. Yeah, it's really all about making sure that his roots don't hit. And if his roots don't hit, I'm not worried about much of anything. He's just gonna play this just to get more damage in. That's fair. I'm at 15. I'll take 1, 2, 3, 6. I go down to 9. I gotta exile 3 cards I can't, so not really gonna be able to get the deadly cover up to attack with Ketramose. 4 cards. Alright, 4 cards exile. Osteomancer. Haha, he's playing to the board. Oh no, I take 6. There goes your board. Top deck roots? Tyvar. Tyvar is good top deck.
They'll talk about this fight for centuries. I won't let you fall.
I can take all the roots from his... No, I cannot. You can use the Osteomancer, but then it will turn on my Ketramose. Let's see if he wants to do that. That'll be a bad idea. Plays the Molten. I suppose. Now my Ketramose is on. Is he afraid of a deadly cover-up? Yeah, Ketramose is on, but it's... Is it worth anything? This does clear his board. And I'll take the Osteomancer out. No infinite chain for you. GG. I'm at 4, but he's got no cards. Alright, our opponent is Battle Ready Inc. I just realized my cloud has no, was it materia? Alright, we go first. No materia! Is that why I'm losing every game? Hey, he's got a fancier Chocobo, that's not fair. And we're getting turn 1 Duress. Well, what would you take? They're all decent cards to take. Probably the Deadly Cover-Up. Maybe the Anoint if he has a bat. I would probably take the Deadly Cover-Up. It's the scariest card because it wipes the biggest board. But I would take Anoint if I have a bat in my hand. So, this tells me if he has a bat in his hand or not. He does. And he's gonna play it. Here comes the bats. Ah, how did I know? Now the problem with the bat is what he's gonna take. Right N, DN, Deadly Cover. Probably the Deadly Cover Up because it wipes the whole board along with the bat. Right N is weird. Okay. Duress. Yeah, I don't mind drawing that. I already have a Mazemind Tome 2 draw. And I have the 2 black mana for the end if I need to hit his slasher. To make sure he has no more slashers. Maybe he has another bat. Another bat would be kind of wild. But hey, I'm drawing more cards, so... If all he's doing is playing bats, eventually those bats are going to come home to roost. Makes no sense, but I know what I said. And our opponent's roping. Come on, Battle Ready Inc. I thought you were ready to battle. Duress. One or the other card. You can't take both. Takes the end. So there is a bat coming. Or not, maybe just mana screwed. Does look like he's mana screwed. Well, I'm gonna go ahead of him. If that's the case. What's in your hand, huh? Oh, Bob's. Strategic Betrayal. Don't really care about that. Let's take out the Go for the Throw. Well, he has nothing in his hand. Sucks to be him. He's gonna start playing his Bobs. There's the Bobs. Alright. Knew this was coming. And I don't really care about the back, but I don't want any more Bobs. There's Bob here. 2 more Bobs in the deck. It is demons. There's Shieldred, there's Slasher, there's more bats. There's 2. Oh no, there's 4 Bloodletters. Only 2 Annex. Greedy. Greedy. Alright, Bob gave him a card. There's a bat. Can't believe Bob gave him a card and it wasn't a land. Take the Beza. He doesn't have to take the Beza. He could take the Ryzan. Oh, the Strategic Betrayal and the Anoints. I forgot that I'm playing... Okay, he didn't take that card anyways. I forgot I'm playing the, whatchamacallit? The Ketramose deck? Yeah, Ketramose is gonna get got. This is wild. Alright, exile creature. Exile creature. I already played a land. Is there anything else I would want to play here? I could Ketramose in response, right? So that way I get I still get the card draw from Ketramose. Him not attacking is good for me. I don't need another land. That can go. This is a sorcery. That's an instant though. I think Ketramose will just die, right? I'm using the Mazemind Tome this turn already. Might as well slam it. Let's see if he falls for a trick. He wants to annoy an end turn, right? He wants to annoy. Not even end of the turn yet. So I draw a card. I gain 4 life. I draw another card. And he gets exiled and I draw another card. Yep. He fell for my trap. He got a 3rd land. Is it Annex time? It is Annex time. Alright, he's gonna draw a card from that. Which would mean, if I played this, what am I doing this turn? I'm Legion, and then I'm Beza. Beza's gonna draw me a card. Dude, that's a lot of Mazemind Tome. He's only got 1 more Annex. Probably drew already. Betrayal. Alright, this would mean that my next Ketramose could live on. Does he attack with the bat? He does not attack with the bat. If you're not going to attack me with the bat, I'm going to show you the power of the tomes. I just played 8 cards. Well, I just played a draw 8. This is not Uno. The more cards you have, the better chance you have of winning. And if that Deep Cavern Bat never attacks, I'm okay with it. I don't need that Beza back. I have plenty of life, and I have plenty of card draw. And his bat's just not doing anything. Oh, it's attacking. It gave up hiding. That means he has a creature he wants to play. Oh, he just played it anyways. Resto Piso. I think I have enough mana for this. He's gonna play a cut down on his own card. Just let it go. He could have cut it down. And I still have 2 more mana. Ketramose can attack and block, and it is a 4/4, so good luck. I mean, he could have more strategic betrayal. Liliana of the Veil. You could also have that.
A fight? And you think you can win?
Maybe. Sometimes I think I can win. No, Ketramose can die up.
Ah, one of your friends has to leave.
I'm gonna draw a card here. Soul Search. He attacks! Wild. I think he thinks his cut down is gonna protect him. It might. Don't get me wrong. It's not protecting him.
Fine. I know when I'm not wanted.
Backstreet Boys. Ooh. Ugin. Alright. Those are some cards. Those are some cards. I think that's all the Mazemind Tomes too. Right? I exiled 1, yeah. It's 4. I still have half the deck left, so good luck. That's all I can say. Is the bat attacking? I too can fly. And a Ketramose, but he does have Betrayal, so I want to be careful.
One step in the stratagem. Equilibrium must be restored.
I don't really want to draw a card that way. I'll let Ugin give me some free card draws.
Arcane rituals.
That's decent. He seems to be holding on to his cards. Let's tear them apart. Would you like to use your go for the throw? He didn't. Alright, I'll let him keep the go for the throw. I don't even think I have any colorless cards left to play.
passes through all things.
I don't think he has a board wipe. Maybe I could just play Beza.
I grant you a boon.
He's gonna go for the throw of Beza. Yeah. Still have 26 cards. I don't see myself milling out. But still gotta be careful with Ketramose out there. It's always a possibility. That's basically what I wanted to get. And a Ghost Vacuum on top of that. What is in your hand? 2 lands, alright. No fret.
I am the master of this world.
Didn't even plus my Ugin. He's cute. What does he even have in his graveyard? A bat? My Liliana.
No more distractions. Let's make this clear. We all have things we'd rather.
I guess he wants to draw this out. We'll let him draw it out. I have 21 cards. I have some time. I can afford to do this. Temporary lockdown is something I can also toss.
Focus, breathe, and learn.
I mean, is he gonna fight through it really on? Nowhere to run. Does he have 2 nowhere to run? Is it cut down? No. Why would he play his nowhere to run then? I don't understand it.
You won't be outsmarting me.
Oh, I should have attacked with the missed lethal there. Thinking too fast, playing too fast. Don't matter. He's got 1 card left. GG! Your mono black deck, you. Goodbye. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you saw all of those Orzhov Ketramose games, how does this deck feel? Like I said, this is a deck that I really wanted to try for a while now, and Mono Red really has been keeping it down because they're just so aggressive. They went on turn 3, when by the time I land a Ketramose, I'm already dead. Now that Monster's Rage and Stupid Mouse are banned, it's not the case anymore, and Ketramose is here to shine. And this deck thrives in the current metagame because many people, I think every game I played today has been some form of a graveyard deck. So that means this deck capitalizes exactly on that and exiling opponents' graveyards and making them cry. It's so good. It's so good to catch graveyard decks off guard with graveyard hates. We got Ghost Vacuum, we got Rest in Peace, we got Cease and Desist. So many things at graveyard hating. They really cannot fight against that. And the best part is we have 4 Soul Searches, so very early on we can know exactly what our opponent's doing and play around that. And the great thing about Soul Search, unlike Duress, is that's very unlikely for Soul Search to miss, right? Duress can miss. If our opponent's playing Creature Spell, we spend our early game mana, hit nothing, and we cry. Whereas in Soul Search, we spend our early game mana, we can still hit one of their creatures, and they might not be able to overwhelm us too quickly and let us get into mana for the end or deadly cover-ups and things like that. Now, let's talk about cuts, right? Are there any cards that I want to cut from this deck? Anything I want to add to this deck? And there definitely is. So, Beza is very good. I might want to add 1 more Beza if the meta is a little bit more aggressive. That's definitely neither here nor there. But what I want to cut are the Planeswalkers, namely Kaya and maybe even Liliana. So, Liliana is pretty good, right? If she can stick on board, we can keep using her for the win con. But a lot of times she doesn't stick on board. We don't have that many ways to defend Liliana because a lot of our removal are sorcery speed. So I don't know how good she is because it's not dedicated Liliana deck, and we only have one of her, so maybe even just another temporary lockdown would have been better against a few of the aggro matchups that we faced. And Kaya, we almost never drew Kaya, and whenever I drew Kaya, I wish I didn't draw Kaya, so it's not really that good of a card. We have 4 Mazemind Tomes in the deck, so we're probably not going to be lacking cards, so much so that Kaya is going to help us. I don't think Kaya is going to be useful. Whereas if we need to exile just any permanent, Ugin will work, and Legion to Ashes at the end of the day could already exile any permanent we need. We don't need to hit like a fringe enchantment with Kaya anyways. So that's the cards that I want to take out from the deck to slot in a few more other cards into the deck. So here's all the matchups that I find struggling against. If there's any aggro matchups, this deck is just middling against aggro, right? If we get to Deadly Cover-Up, then of course we win. But getting to Deadly Cover-Up is the hard part, because that costs 5 mana. And by then, the most aggro deck would have killed us already. So maybe a little bit more Temporary Lockdown could help. Maybe a little bit more Anoint with Affliction could help. Just more removal early game, make it so that we don't die as quickly. That's how I feel, but it's neither here nor there as to whether these are enough or we need to have another kind of card in the deck. Temporary Lockdown is very good in the synergy for Ketramose because that is exile, right? So I think that's fine. But Anoint is a little bit trickier because you have to hit 3 or less for one target, and if they just go big on a target that's, you know, shield you or something, you can't hit it. I know Temporary Lockdown can't hit it either. That's why I'm thinking maybe we'll get another The End in there as well. Yeah, but definitely Kaya, Liliana, those are the cards that probably would have to go. And maybe even another Rest in Peace. With so many graveyard decks, I feel like in so many matchups, if I were able to draw Rest in Peace and play it early on enough, our opponent would just rage quit. That's basically how it is. And yeah, that's how I feel about this deck. It's a very strong deck, but it's even stronger in the current standard metagame. That's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.